Gemini, I don't know if it's been like this for anybody else, but this has been the worst Mercury retrograde for me in regards to technology. Like, my technology has been haywire. My videos cut out in the middle. They stop recording. They don't get recorded altogether. It's just very, I just want it to be over so bad. Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to my channel, Tarot by Bronx. This is Tarot Talk. These are Tarot Things, and I'm your host, Boogie Down Bronx. And I'm here to take care of the Geminis. Geminis, if you are new to the channel, welcome. This reading can resonate for you if you have Gemini as a sun, moon, rising, Venus, north node, or south node sign. Quick shout out to my Patreon. I've done a lot of early access and exclusive content on there. I'm going to do an early access rest of year reading for all the signs. So if you want to check it out before I release it on YouTube, it'll probably be on YouTube roughly like a few weeks after I put it on Patreon. So if you want to know what to expect for the rest of the year, please subscribe in the description box down below. All right. So I already pulled your cards for your pre-shuffle. This is my second take at this video, not the whole video. It cut out pretty early on, so I didn't have to like start over all the way, but let's pray that we make it. Okay. So let's flip all these cards. So, Gemini, we have surrender your fear of intimacy. Surrender your fear of intimacy. You are ready to let love in, compassionately identify, and begin to release any patterns that stop you from opening your heart. So there's something that you're struggling with getting close to, or you want a certain type of closeness, but you're also afraid of what it could bring. Now, I don't know if any other Geminis out there have taken the attachment style quiz. I do firmly believe everybody should Google attachment styles quiz and take one. But this kind of sounds like some of you could be like fearful avoidant. And I just know that one really well because I'm a fearful avoidant. So it's kind of like, if this sounds like you, then you most likely are fearful avoidant. But you want to be close to people, or you want to let people see the real you, but you are afraid of rejection, or you've had negative associations with opening up in the past and being rejected. So it's like sometimes you're very, very open with people, and then you also shut off really harshly. So it can swing from side to side, both of those extremes, because of something that happened in your past relationships or in childhood where you felt you were very open. It wasn't accepted, it wasn't received, you closed yourself off, but you still want it. But it's like this subconscious fear of intimacy and it doesn't feel safe all the time. So if that sounds like you, then you most likely have, you're a fearful avoidant attachment style. But anyway, yeah, fearful avoidant. You have dropped the facade and you have obsessed. So there is something that you may be, in a way, acting like you don't want it, but you really do want it. Okay, or there's something about you that rejects it, or something you're actually obsessed with, and you're trying to act like you're not. Don't know what that is. But you have wasp, jealousy. All right, and then you have surrender, comparisons to other people at the bottom of the deck. So you may be feeling jealous and you're not really understanding where that comes from. And that's okay. Jealousy is a very natural emotion, as well as envy is. But know that you can have what you desire, but there's something that your energy is giving off that's actually blocking it, pushing it away out of your field. And you have dove, which is peace. So we're going to look at my everything deck. This deck is coming out really soon. I'm getting it made as we speak so I can start selling it to you guys. It'll be in a 2-set pair. And it'll be on my new Etsy website that I also launch by the end of October. So I will tell you guys when I launch, so you can have your own everything deck. All right, so what is it that Gemini needs to get closer with, surrender their fear of intimacy with, or about? Hold on, I wasn't ready. What is Gemini time apart? That's interesting. Change. What does Gemini need to surrender their fear of intimacy with, completion or closure? I think it's like, I forgot what I was going to say. Hold on. I had something coming to me and it fell out of my brain. Let me see. Inner child trauma. Jesus. All right, I'm going to do a little spread for you guys since these cards are flipping like that. Pregnancy. All right. Therapists. Oh boy. So yeah, it's getting to the nitty gritty about what you really need to heal. This is a reading we see clearly is kind of showing you the things that you want from external. Your external things that you want to bring towards you all start with your internal world. All right. Now, some of you maybe didn't even realize that you had intimacy issues. Okay. And the truth is coming out about the situation from a certain change that you went through. Could be a certain breakup that you went through. And you didn't realize that a certain situation from your past really caused you to close off yourself, to have intimacy issues, to be afraid of intimacy, even if that's something that you want. All right. And this is something you got to take it a step back. You have to look at where this could have started. Now, the interesting thing also is with some people, you might be feeling like you're very open, you're very confident, you feel safe to share and express. And usually how it is it's the people that are less available is where you feel more like clingy, needy. You feel like you want to be open, you want to be intimate. But with the people who are reciprocating that, or they're giving you a lot of intimacy, you may be like, whoa, that's too much. So it can go back and forth and back and forth. And this comes from needing to heal. It goes both ways. Either way it goes, it's a fear of intimacy. Because if you chase people that are unavailable, you're not going to get intimacy. If you reject people that are trying to give you intimacy, you're not going to get intimacy. So it just goes back to this inner child trauma. Maybe you need to unpack this with a therapist to see where exactly this comes from, and they'll give you the tools in order to see what you need to do, how you can heal this part of you, right? And so, like I said, the truth will come out. Time apart has shown you that you're actually, you might have pushed some things away and you didn't think you were pushing them away, or you were chasing the wrong things, and you keep going through this cycle of, why am I with unavailable people? Why do I find unavailable people so attractive? Or I try to chase unavailable people, but I push away people who are present. Okay, death and rebirth, completion or closure. So you have to really remove that mask. It says drop the facade and get real deep with yourself about what you need to do. Some of you have, like, it could be an obsession with social media as far as the way things look. You know, anything can look good on paper. Anything can look realistic on social media. People can really have a facade. And this could be you, or this could be just how you're looking at the world, where it's like the grass is greener syndrome. Like, other people's relationships may seem really great. You may want a relationship like that, and it's not even the case. Yeah. And then you have, like I said, pregnancy. There you could find out about a pregnancy, or you know, if you're pregnant possibly, or the birth of something new is trying to come towards you. And then you have house or move. So let me clarify a little bit. Can we get some more clarity on these other cards? The pregnancy, the therapist, the inner child. Oops, meant to be. New love. You've had a new love trying to come in for a minute. They will reach out. Okay. Confession. These are my confessions. You have a confession coming towards you, or you're going to be the one that is confessing, but this is most likely somebody else that's reaching out to you. All right. But you're just going to, something about this reaching out, or you're going to just figure out from a separation or from spending time apart with somebody where you had some type of blockage with fully accepting love or fully receiving love. And you know, this could have caused a disruption in a relationship that was meant to be, or due to you having these blockages with emotional vulnerability, intimacy, physical intimacy, you've pushed away the people that are actually supposed to be there. And so this could be, if you push them away, maybe you're going to be the one that reached out, or they will be the one that reaches out to you. And then that's the opportunity for you to confess, okay, I understand why I pushed you away before, right? And I didn't realize why I was doing it. But you're going to understand now where exactly this comes from, all right? And then you have the angel guidance or numbers, and you have intuition. So you're going to get some angel numbers along with you on the, I can't speak. You're going to get some angel guidance in the form of numbers supporting you in these realizations about yourself. And especially like you may see 333, you may see 444. You can see any really angel number, and it just means that you, in a nutshell, it means you're supported and you're on the right track. 8 of Swords. Okay, so what else is coming towards Gemini at this time with what they are going to be receiving or what's coming towards them? Got the Hierophant, Taurus energy, 2 of Cups, Ace of Wands. And you guys have had a recurring message of you pushing away things. It's literally been like the last 3 readings. So I'm just saying, Spirit is still stuck on this. It's not them, it's you. I'm just saying, it's not me. I'm not saying it. It's the cards that's telling me what the story is. Anything else for Geminis that they need to be aware of? Until you can get in touch with your own, let's have a Scorpio energy here. Until you can get in touch with your own blockages, you will never find external validation. 6 of Cups, that inner child healing. Again, nothing, no amount of money will make you feel stable, make you feel safe. You have to feel safe within yourself. Okay, you have to give yourself that intimacy that you crave outside of yourself, but also reject at the same time. You have to understand that you are now, despite anything that's happened in your past, you know, your parents may not have given you that intimacy, not giving you that affection, that love. You have to be your love, all right? And until you can do that and you can really admit, I have a problem with giving myself the things that I seek, giving myself the things that I deserve, or accepting the things that I deserve, then you will never be able to fully embrace it. It doesn't matter how perfect it actually is or how perfect you think it is. You have to be very real. Queen of Swords, you have to be brutally honest with yourself, because you do have the love that is coming in. You do have the connections, you have the passions, you have the excitement, but there's this subconscious fear of getting too close to it because you don't want to lose it, or you're afraid of being too vulnerable because you could get hurt, you know? And like I said, these are certain things that you may have to unpack with a therapist, somebody that can help you to dissect and understand yourself better, right? But you're going through this death and rebirth process where you're understanding that the way that you have been navigating closeness isn't actually the best way. It is not to say like you couldn't have been close before with people, but you're realizing that there was some type of issue with you allowing yourself to be close and be emotionally open and vulnerable, and, you know, not just be hot and cold. All right, that hot and cold game, it comes from, sometimes with most people, a fear of intimacy, and they don't even know that. They don't know. They want you close enough, but it's like if you keep people at arm's length, you're going to have problems, and you're never going to actually get to where you want to be with anybody. All right, and that's something that, like I said, it takes time. It takes time. This is a new thing that you're learning how to do, how to actually be close with people and not be hot and cold, not be acting like, oh, I don't care. You care. You care. It's right here. I see it in the cards. All right, what else we got for Gemini before we get the advice for you? And I'm gonna pull a affirmation card. Any other stuff? What else for Gemini? What else for Gemini? You could have Pisces placements, but you're starting a new cycle here of understanding that you have the King of Cups and the Queen of Cups. This is a perfect pair. For some of you, you've already met a match that is good for you, but you've pushed them away. It is what it is. I lost the King of Cups. I don't know. You saw it when I held it up before. You have the King of Cups and the Queen of Cups, or it's like you have to meet your own needs emotionally, so you won't be so dependent on other people to meet your needs. So if you get rejected or you feel inadequate, it will still hurt you, but it won't cause you to completely shut down or shut off from everybody, okay? because you have the Four of Pentacles. You're holding on to your comfort zone. You're not allowing your walls to come down and people to see the real you, for you to be honest, truthful, vulnerable, or even be honest with yourself. Okay? I think that honesty with yourself is really going to change things for you, and seeing things from another perspective with the Hangman about where you need to surrender that wall, that guard that's always on, and it doesn't need to be always on as much as you feel like it does. All right, because you may have had to live your life when you were younger in a fight or flight mode. You may have had to protect yourself because maybe you had some safety issues at home, or you had some issues with needing to protect yourself against caregivers that were unpredictable. So that's something that's programmed into your subconscious mind that you have to now reparent yourself. You have to now reprogram your mind so that you don't always have to feel like you need to protect yourself 24/7. And it's a false sense of protecting yourself anyway. Okay. So we have here, create your joy, smile and laugh. You deserve to be happy for no reason. Take time to do what feels good. I think a lot of Geminis have a problem with being in the moment and being too happy. You get afraid of when you get really happy, you get comfortable, you're like, oh no, something bad's going to happen. And that doesn't mean something bad's going to happen, but you also have to keep in mind that everything in life is temporary. So you should not cling on to anything too tightly. You can't cling on to the highs, you can't cling on to the lows, because there are always going to be highs and lows. So you have to just enjoy where you're at right now, enjoy the happiness, and know that nothing lasts forever, so enjoy it while it lasts. All right, mind your business. Let others do what they want. You can't change anyone. Keep your distance from those who drain you. So again, this comes back down to choosing to be intimate with the wrong types of people, which is why for a lot of you, you're afraid of being intimate with anyone. It's because you gave that closeness, that emotional openness to the wrong people, the people who were pushing you away, who weren't available. Again, you have to look at the relationship you had with your parents. If you tried to win the approval of your parents, and that's how you felt intimacy was given to you or love was given to you, you're going to mimic that behavior. You're going to mirror that behavior with people you meet. So then it's going to be feeling very uncomfortable to just accept love from people that just want to give it to you. You're like, why? What's the catch? And again, that's something you have to reprogram in your mind. Ooh, Nine of Wands. There's a lot of trust issues here. What do we have for Gemini's advice? Temperance, Sagittarius, Three of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles, the Tower. You have to let go of those beliefs. Let go of those cycles of creating bringing the past into the present relationships. You have to let it go. Anything else for Gemini as advice with the Tower? What are they breaking free from? Four of Pentacles. Now, I have discussed this with Geminis in the past as well. Geminis sometimes have poor boundaries, which is why they have sometimes an all or nothing mentality when it comes to giving. And you got to destroy everything and start over. You got to start over, Gemini. Tower card, Ten of Swords. You are starting fresh. You need to start over with the associations you have to intimacy, how you navigate being emotional, being close with people. You have a wall. You have your guard up, Four of Pentacles, and you're holding on to this sense of, if I block people out, I'll never get hurt. Well, you won't get close to people either. You won't be able to develop true intimacy with anyone. It is a risk that you take, but with boundaries, it makes it possible. So you don't have to have this Four of Pentacles wall up 24/7, because it's like you're being just avoidant at that point. That's not boundaries. People think that being avoidant is having boundaries. Having boundaries is being direct and being assertive and being like, I don't like this. I like this. That's what it is. And if you don't like it, then you don't have to be here. Okay. It's different from compromise. You know, your boundaries are your boundaries. You shouldn't have to explain that to anybody. But there's new relationships that are trying to come in, Ace of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, that you're going to have to take your time in. And instead of like just being completely open or completely shut off, you have to meet some people in the middle. You have to find the middle ground. Temperance card, you have to find that emotional balance, Three of Pentacles, to work with other people. So you're not all on or all off, okay? Because there's fears surrounding being close. So you'd rather not be close at all. And it's because if you don't have trust in your boundaries, you don't have trust in yourself, then you will not be able to trust anyone else. And that's just what it is, okay? And you trusted the wrong people in the past, and it makes you not be able to trust yourself. But it all comes down to trusting yourself with who you should be emotional and vulnerable with. You should still be yourself. You should still be emotional. You should still be vulnerable. But you know, protecting yourself doesn't look like just completely shutting yourself off from people. That's never going to work, and you're never going to feel close with anyone if you live your life that way. But again, you have to be firm in what you want and what you don't want. And that is the way to combat this fear of intimacy and the way you can accept new things without running away. All right, so that's what we have for Geminis, again, with running away from things. Love you though. If this reading resonated for you, let me know down in the comments down below. I am at Tarot by Bronx on everything.